Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to Pollard Gymnasium for an afternoon matinee game. Today, the North Montgomery Chargers visit the Speedway Sparkplugs. I'm here once again, as usual, with Coach Charles Bennett. Coach, there's a show on TV called Around the Horn. At the end of every episode, we're going to take a 23-and-a-half-hour break, obviously for tomorrow. Well, right now, we're on like a 16-hour break, so they have nothing over you. Coming off the loss last night, going into today's game, as you said last night, not a lot of turnaround time where you can work on things, but if you had to pick one or two things going into today's game that you would emphasize that, hey, let's try to do this better, this is something that's going to be really, really important, what would some of those things be?
We don't have to ever really talk about this with this group of kids, but effort. But I think today's just going to be a battle of wills. They played last night. They played conference rival, county rival, Southmont. They got beat pretty handily, so I'm sure they're ready to get back on the court. Obviously, we haven't won a game yet, so we're going to try to do that. So I think it's going to be a battle of wills. And obviously, you know, we pointed out, too, this year we've got mainly 6 guys to play, so we'll see where our legs are conditioning. So we'll point that out. But then also, too, you know, you're essentially playing for March and getting prepared for sectional. Well, you're going to have a short turnaround, too, with a team that you may have an idea of who you might play if you're fortunate to make the championship game. If not, you know, you may play somebody that's surprising, and you still know a little bit about them, but you don't have that 2-3 days to prepare. So from that standpoint, it'll just be about us controlling us. So I'd look for key things. You know, again, last night we talked about handling the press well, but can we not turn the ball over today? I look for us at some point, and we were talking amongst the staff about it just seems like we're just like that one it's hard to explain sometimes, but just like that one breakaway or that one where everybody's on the same page. And, you know, again, look for, you know, like AJ shot the ball well the first game, hadn't shot, you know, like if he makes a couple but, you know, even Drew Metallic's been, you know, just a couple little things. We could have got a box out last night instead of a, you know, kick out 3. So I'd look for us just to continue to do the little things we do. We obviously have team goals we talk about all the time. You know, we want to hold our opponents below 58 points, get 58% of the rebounds, hold them below 40% field goal, cause 13 turnovers. So if we can do things like that and then, you know, continue to share the basketball like we have been and then just execute. But I think what's really going to come down to is our kids are really hungry for a win, and not that they didn't try to win the first 3 games, but you know, this is a good opportunity. And then obviously they know they've got a day off tomorrow, and then we've got a good week we'll talk about later, you know, coming up next week. So in terms of what to look for, just look for us to do the same thing, and then maybe everything will click. And not to use an analogy, but maybe we'll be firing on all cylinders today.
Well, that's a good one.
Speedway.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Well, they're coming in off of, as you said, a tough loss last night to a rival, and it was not even close. And then on top of the game before that against Fountain Central, they won 44-21. So they've had night and day in performances. And again, I always say this early in the year, and I do have their statistics to a couple of games, but tell us a little bit about their personnel and some things that we should be watching for.
They're going to play extremely hard. Coach Arnold does a great job, and they will. They're going to take charges. They're going to be up in us. They're going to, you know, I look for them to probably try a box and one or a diamond one on Drew. They've done that a little bit last year. They did it a little bit in the first game. Not so much last night because they were, I think, behind so much. But they've got number 21, Colby Harwood. He's their athlete. He's their player. He's going to take a majority of their shots. Coach's son, Arnold, number 23. He's a pretty good player too. So I look for a good battle between him and Cam Bennett because they're both kind of fiery, you know, players. And then their point guard, number 3, Cameron Inlow. He's a shooter, very streaky, but he's not afraid to put it up. And then they've got a couple other good pieces around. But again, I think it'll be, can we control our effort and emotions, because they're going to be emotional. Obviously, they're going to look to get to 2-1, but it's going to be a hard-played game. They run a little bit of a, I wouldn't even say like a motion-type offense, but they're pretty set in a pattern offense, so we're going to see if we can't get up in them a little bit and guard. And, you know, then we'll look to push the basketball, even though we may have some heavy legs, because we're pretty good when we get out in space, too. So, yeah, it's going to be fun, I think. And, you know, again, probably want a little bit more time off, but it's probably good for our kids. You know, they're young. We had 12 of them that coached 3rd and 4th grade basketball, so we had our semifinal tournament today. I actually went to Hardee's and bought biscuits and gravy for everybody, so they had biscuits and gravy this morning. So our kids are good kids and do a lot. So hopefully we'll get the win tonight.
And they like to be around. They like to be around here. I know they're young. They played recently, but this is really where they'd like to be in most cases. So, all right, we'll be back in a little bit with the lineups for today's game, and we'll talk to Coach Bennett after the game. Welcome back, basketball fans, to Pollard Gymnasium for this afternoon's game between the Speedway Sparkplugs and the North Montgomery Chargers. Speedway comes in with a record of 0-3, having lost last night in a very good game to Beech Grove, 61-52. Their other two losses were to Covenant Christian and Western Boone. Chargers coming in with a record of 1-1 with two games completely opposite of each other. In the opener, they defeated Fountain Central 44-21, and last night losing a game to a county rival Southmont by a score of 71-38. The Chargers, member of the Sagamore Conference for the last year, they got some changes coming just as the Speedway Sparkplugs do. We'll go over the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the Northmont Chargers, coached by Chad Arnold in his 7th season. Perimeter players, Cameron Enlow, a 5'10 senior, number 3, averaging around 16 points a game and 5 rebounds. Another perimeter player, 5'11 junior, number 22, Jack Warren. Another perimeter player would be Colton Arnold, the coach's son, 5'11 junior, number 23. 6-foot senior, number 31, Caden Ireland. And rounding out the starting lineup, Kelby Harwood, 6'3 senior, number 21, inside player. For the Sparkplugs, going with their usual starting 5, Drew Metallic, 6'6 junior, number 3. Kendrick Kaiser, a 5'11 junior, number 30. A.J. Lund, a 5'10 junior, number 31. And inside, Camden Bennett, a 6'3 senior, number 25. And Matt Craig, a 6'2 senior, number 52. Both teams are going to try to get back on a winning trail today. The Chargers last season, Northmont defeated Speedway 68-56. Chargers have won 11 sectionals in their history, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. We're going to go right now to the PA address. Announcer John Dalcarabo.
Concession stand is open and is located on the second level of the gym opposite the American flag. Restrooms are located on the second level of the gym, in the hallway behind the American flag, and on the lower level in the hallway by the door 13 entrance. Speedway High School is proud to have Select Physical Therapy as its sports medicine provider. Athletic Department would like to thank team physician Dr. Conan Chittick and our athletic trainer Katie Keller for their efforts to keep our athletes free from injury. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask all fans to act responsibly and courteously to those around them. Abusive language, negative behavior is unacceptable at all IHSAA events. Let's afford the players, coaches, and officials the respect they deserve. Thank you for being a good sport. Now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise and face the flag as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, let's leave the starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game. First for the Chargers from North Montgomery. At guard, a 5'9" guard, 5'11" junior, number 22, Jack Warren. Guard, 5'11" junior, 23, Colton Arnold. Forward, 6'3" senior, number 21, Kelby Harwood. And at forward, 6' senior, 31, Caden Ireland. Head coach of the Chargers, Chad Arnold, assisted by Tom Lutz, Marcus Granger, Nick Johnson, and Brandon Hudson. Ladies and gentlemen, starting lineup here, Speedway Sparkplugs. At guard, a 6'6" junior, number 3, Drew Metallic. Guard, 5'11" junior, number 30, Kendrick Kaiser. Guard, 5'10" junior, number 31, AJ Lund. Forward, 6'3" senior, number 25, Camden Bennett. And then forward, 6'2" senior, number 52, Matt Craig. Head coach of the Sparkplugs, Charles Bennett, assisted by Jim Burley, Christian Ford, J.D. Clampett, and Alex McCool. Officials for this afternoon's contest, Cody Philibon, Greg Cookham, and Sean Harmon.
The keys for today's game: North Montgomery needs to bounce back from their loss last night to Southmont, and also they want to control the pace, averaging 41 points a game. For the Sparkplugs, today a little bit opposite last night. They probably are going to want to push the pace, and also something that was lacking last night is defensive rebounding, going to be very important. North Montgomery controls the tip. Sparkplugs in their man-to-man defense. Good ball movement by the Chargers. Miss on that by number 21, Harwood. Speedway comes down. Three-pointer by Cam Bennett, no good. Cam rebounds underneath, and a foul.
Charger foul, number 21, Kelby Harwood. On the line for the Sparkplugs, Camden.
Foul was on number 21, Kelby Harwood. Cam Bennett to the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Cam Bennett hits them both. Sparkplugs, a little bit of token full court pressure. As I said, Chargers averaging 41 points on the season. Shot up by Harwood is no good. A nice steal by the Chargers. Number 22, Jack Warren. And we have a foul.
Sparkplug foul, number 30, Kendrick Kaiser.
Foul is on number 30, Kendrick Kaiser. His first, team's first. Chargers will be out inbounding from underneath the basket. Oh, nice cut underneath the basket, and good by number 22, Jack Warren. Kendrick Kaiser on the attack for the Sparkplugs. High ball screen, and we're going to have a foul.
Foul, 22, Jack Warren.
Foul is on Jack Warren, number 22, his first, the team's second of the quarter. Metallic on a jumper from the side, no good. And we got a walk. Number 21, Kelby Harwood. 5:42 remaining in the first quarter. Speedway and Northmont knotted at 2 apiece. Plugs running a little set here for Drew Metallic. Takes the ball to the middle. We got a blocking foul and a good basket.
Drew Metallic, basket counts. Charger foul, number 31, Caden Ireland.
Charger foul was on Caden Ireland, his first, team's third of the quarter. Metallic will go to the line. Misses the free throw. Cale Mitchell with the ball. Plugs right now are in a 3-2 zone. Played a lot of that last night against Beech Grove. I thought it was very effective. And we got a jump ball. Coach Bennett was talking before the game. Kelby Harwood averaging 10 points a game, probably their most athletic player. Harwood is a 6'3" senior. Plug starting the offense from the left side. Metallic on a jumper, good. Drew's 4th point of the game. Good ball movement by the Chargers. And we're going to have a foul.
Charger foul, number 3, Cameron Enlow.
It's a blocking foul. It's on number 3, Enlow. His first and the team's 4th already of the quarter. Speedway will be shooting 2 shots on the next foul. Kendrick Kaiser bringing the ball down the floor. Reverses it. Very tight man-to-man shown by the Chargers. Leaving Bennett wide open for a 3. Camden's 5th point of the night, of the afternoon. Oh, nice block by Metallic. Recovered by the Chargers. Northmont resetting their offense, and a timeout called with 3:13 remaining in the first quarter. Speedway leads 9-2. As I mentioned earlier, Northmont, a member of the Sagamore Conference, which will be changing next year. In their history, they've won 11 sectionals. 6 of those were pre-class basketball, 5 since. Probably their heyday was in 2005, 6 and 7 when they won 3 consecutive. And I believe that was the era of DJ Bird, who probably was the best player recently in Northmont history. Of course, DJ went on to Purdue University to have a nice career. Lifetime, Northmont leads the series 13-8. Two scores so far for the Sparkplugs. Drew Metallic with 4 and Camden Bennett with 5. Jack Warren for the Chargers with the only bucket of the night. And I keep saying night. This is not night. This is afternoon. A lot of high school, especially boys basketball games now are being moved from Saturdays to afternoon. Sparkplugs changed defenses, which was, again, very effective last night. It's a 3-2. This is what got us into a little trouble last night on our rebounding. It's not an easy defense to rebound out of. Nice pass into number 22, Jack Warren. Warren's 4th point. Matt Craig on a miss, goes out of bounds. Chargers will inbound. Plugs back now to man, doing a lot of switching. Good way to keep the opponents off balance. As you can see, they're resetting. Basket by number 3, Cameron Enlow. Brings the score to 9-6. Plugs reverse it, little baseline cut. And I believe that is off off Speedway. I believe it went off the foot. I guess not, it went off the foot of North Montgomery. Into the game for the Sparkplugs, 5'10" junior, number 22, Vincent Jean. Vincent got a lot of minutes last night. Ball stolen from Kendrick Kaiser and a foul on Kendrick Kaiser. Kendrick's 2nd foul of the quarter. Again, the Plugs, I think, would like to push the pace a little bit. Good pressure put on by the Sparkplugs. And finally, a basket by Kelby Harwood. Kelby's first 2 points of the night. And the corner, no good by Jean. We're going to get a jump ball on the rebound, and the arrow will point to Speedway. We have 39 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 9-8 Speedway. My guess is the Chargers are going to be looking for 1. And that should be no problem as Speedway is settled into a 2-3 zone. Nice slip screen and a bucket by Hardwood, his 4th point of the quarter. Kaiser on a bomb at the buzzer, and it is going to count. Kendrick Kaiser on the 3-pointer. And that is the end of the first quarter of play with Speedway 12 and our visitors, North Montgomery 10. Scoring for the first quarter for North Montgomery, leading scorer for the Chargers, Cameron Enlow with 2 points. Jack Warren with 4, and Kelby Harwood with a late 4 for a total of 10. For Sparkplugs, Cam Bennett with a 3 and a couple freebies for 5 points. Drew Metallic, 4 points, and Kendrick Kaiser with that last second 3 with 3 points for a total of 12. Kind of going back to our keys for the game, as you can see, North Montgomery in really no hurry. So would be to the pace for the benefit of the Sparkplugs, a little bit faster pace. And so far, rebounding has been pretty good for the Sparkplugs.
Checking in for the Sparkplugs, number 31, A.J. Lund.
A.J. Lund back into the game for the Sparkplugs. North Montgomery staying in their man-to-man. Turnaround jumper, good by Drew Metallic. Drew's 6th point of the night. Stretches the lead to 14-10. North Montgomery really playing without a post player. Although Kelby Harwood, tallest man for the Chargers, scores. Good athlete. Kaiser, a little short jumper, and it bounced. Kaiser's 5th point of the evening. A lot of battling going on right there, and we're going to have a foul. And I believe it's going to be on Kendrick Kaiser, and I believe that's going to be Kendrick's 3rd foul. Matt Craig will come in for Kaiser. First foul for the Sparkplugs in the quarter. Oh, good hands. A.J. Lund almost getting a steal. And a foul.
Speedway foul, 22,
Vincent Jean. We talked about that often last evening. Fouling about 35 feet from the basket. And the basket is good by number 23.
Sparkplug foul, 22, Vincent Jean. On the line for the Chargers,
Colton Arnold was good on the free throw. That is Jean's 2nd foul, so the Sparkplugs picking up a few foul trouble. And only have 5 fouls, but they are distributed between 2 players. Colton Arnold's free throw is good. Brings the score to 16-15, Sparkplugs. And it looks like, as Coach Bennett predicted before the game, we're going to have a little box and one here. A little diamond and one, actually, it looks like. Trying to take Drew Metallic out. A.J. Lund on a long one, no good. Rebound comes off to Harwood. And he's going to go all the way, coast to coast. And a miss. Drew Metallic triple teamed on the baseline. 52 foul for Speedway. Matt Craig, his first. That's the team's 4th already. We're not even 2 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Looks like we have a little small injury that needs to be taped up. Last couple possessions, Cale Mitchell, number 13 for North Montgomery, chasing Drew Metallic, trying to take his offense out of the game. We'll see how the Sparkplugs adjust. A lot of changing defenses today by both teams. Speedway now in a 2-3 zone. Very aggressive. Deep three, no good. And I would call this a 1-3 in a chaser. But we got a foul.
Charger foul, number 13.
That foul was on Cale Mitchell. Mitchell's first and the team's first for the quarter. Inbounds to Jean. Stolen. And we're going to get a block, I believe. And we're going to charge. That foul was on number 23, Colton Arnold. It was a late call. Call was on time. The decision was coming a little bit late. Nevertheless, Speedway will take control. Okay, every time right now that we'll see what happens here. A.J. Lunn on the miss, but and I believe we're going to get a foul on number 25, Camden Bennett, his first. That's the team's fourth, and with the remaining 5:11 in the quarter, Chargers are going to go to the line for 2 shots every time.
The Chargers, 31, Caden Ireland.
Caden Ireland will be at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. We only have statistics through 1 game for the Chargers, so we probably will not go over those. Ireland hits both. Sideline break. Jean on a jumper and no good. Chargers on a little bit of a run right here. Number 3. Cameron Enlaw with a 3-pointer is good. And that brings the score 20 for the Chargers and 16 for the Plugs. Chargers on a nice little roll right now. Already have scored 10 points in the second quarter. And as I mentioned earlier, 4:53 remaining in the half. North Montgomery will be going to the line on every Speedway possession foul. And again, on top of that, Kendrick Kaiser on the bench right now with 3 fouls and Vincent Jean with 2 fouls. Sparkplugs cannot afford to get into foul trouble. Not a very deep team so far this year. Chargers really only, Speedway only a 6-man rotation. And it looks to me like Chargers are going to remain in their 1-3 and a chaser. As you watch this on TV, Cale Mitchell, number 13, is guarding Metallic, and the other 4 players are basically in a zone defense. But every time Drew touches it, you will see he will get doubled by the closest man. Metallic on a baseline jumper, no good. Rebound comes off to the Chargers, and we're going to have another foul. And it looks like this one is on Matt Craig, and it's Matt's second foul.
On the line for the
So Sparkplugs for the first time this year, getting themselves into some foul trouble. Harwood's first free throw attempt is no good. Second one is good. 1 for 2 on the night for Kelby Harwood. Jack Warren back into the game for the Chargers. He will now be the designated defender on Drew Metallic. A.J. Lund no good. Rebound comes off to Harwood, and I think we're going to have another foul. And I believe if that's on Matt Craig, that is Matt's third foul. So the Speedway, 2 players with 3 fouls each. Harwood going to the line. Hits the first one. Kyle Murley in for the Sparkplugs. Harwood's second is also good. He's 3 for 4 from the line tonight. Sparkplugs on their sideline break. Gene on a jumper, good. Sparkplugs needed that one. Gene's first buckets of the night. We got about 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Chargers are leading by 4, 23-19. Speedway back in their zone, which probably from now on is going to be, you're going to see a lot of that just simply because of the foul trouble they've gotten themselves into. And we're going to have a foul, and I believe that's going to be on Drew Metallic. If it is, that's Drew's first. But more importantly, Chargers are going back to the line. And a familiar face there, Kelby Harwood, will be shooting 2. Misses the first. And Harwood hits the second. Harwood in the first game this year was 3 for 6 from the line. We don't have his stats from last night. Metallic, no good on a free throw line jumper. Brought down by the Chargers quickly. Cross court pass to number 3. We're going to have a foul. I believe it's going to be offensive foul. That foul was on number 31, Ireland, his second, and he will be coming out of the game. Once again, Metallic getting doubled. Bennett no good from the wing. Quickly brought down by the Chargers. Harwood was left open, missed. Nice bounce pass inside to number 42. And that was Colin Zachary, his first bucket of the night. And I believe we're going to get a foul and basket counts. Drew Metallic fouls on number 42, Colin Zachary. Drew Metallic's 8th point on the 9. Fouls on number 42, Colin Zachary. Zachary goes out of the game. Metallic at the line, trying to complete the 3-point play, and he does. 3-2 defense. We have now Gene on the point. Chargers patiently working the ball around the outside. Trying to get the ball to Harwood, I believe. And they do. And he misses the short jumper. Sparkplugs fortunate. Talik on the drive, all the way, no good. Big basket, number 23, Colton Arnold. That's Arnold's 6th point of the night. And we have a timeout. North Montgomery. A minute 23 remaining to go till the half. North Montgomery leads 29-22. North Montgomery hosting their own sectional this year. It's a 2A sectional, I believe. Participants, Northmont, Benton Central, the Bison, Seeger, Delphi, the Oracles, Western Boone Stars, and the Rensselaer Central Bombers.
Checking in for the Chargers, 42, Colin Zachary.
Looks like the Chargers now are back to just a standard man-to-man.
Charger foul, 23, Colton Arnold.
Charger foul was on number 23, Arnold, his 2nd. On the line will be Drew Metallic. Drew got been to the line 2 times a day. Last night got there many times. In the neighborhood of 10, I think he went to the line 10 times. Drew hits the first one. Got a minute 8 to go till the half. Mitchell, number 13, into the game. Alec's 2nd one is good. As mentioned last night, we'd like to see Drew get to the line as often as he can. He's a very good free throw shooter. We'll see what the Chargers decide to do here. They're playing against the 1-2-2 zone. Jack Warren on the miss. Speedway brings in the rebound. Talik on a long 3, no good. Rebound comes off to the Chargers with 25 seconds remaining. And I believe they're probably going to look for the last shot. Speedway extending the defense a little bit. 10 seconds. Harwood spin move inside, no good. Rebound Metallic. Long shot, no good. And that's the end of the first half with the score North Montgomery 29, Speedway 24. We're going to be back in just a little bit with the first half scoring. Welcome back to Pollard Gymnasium, where at halftime, North Montgomery Chargers lead Speedway 29-24. We have some team stats for the first half. On field goals, Speedway 8 for 21 from the field, 5 for 6 from the line. 8 rebounds and 4 turnovers. North Montgomery 10 of 21, just under 50%. Good free throw shooting, 7 for 9 and 13 rebounds. 3 of those were offensive rebounds that turned into points. 1 turnover for the Chargers, 4 for the Sparkplugs. Individually, for North Montgomery, Cameron Enlow, 5 points. Jack Warren, 4. Caden Ireland, 2. Kelby Harwood leading the Chargers in scoring with 10 points. Very good inside player. Colton Arnold with 6. And Colin Zachary with 2 for a total of 29. Sparkplugs are led by Drew Metallic. Drew, 11 points. Kendrick Kaiser, 5. Camden Bennett, 5 points. All 5 of those coming in the first quarter. And Vincent Jean with 3 on a 3-point shot for a total of 24 points. In that quarter, the Chargers outscored the Sparkplugs 19-12. So once again at halftime, 29-24. It'll be interesting in the second half to see if the Chargers elect to go to their little chaser, I would call it a chaser defense, as they followed Drew Metallic around, and it was very effective for the time period that they used it. Sparkplug's biggest challenge in this half, and we're just talking here up top, it's going to be the foul trouble issue. Kendrick Kaiser with 3, Matt Craig with 3, Vincent Jean with 2, and again, the Sparkplugs are not a very deep team, so probably we'll see a lot of zone defense from the Sparkplugs in the second half, and we're underway. Chargers with possession. Being very patient. Long shot by number 23. So the board comes off to the Chargers. Another shot by, that one was by Harwood. No good. And we have a quick foul.
Charger foul, number 31, Caden Ireland.
That foul was on number 31, Ireland. That is his 3rd foul of the game. Ireland will be replaced by number 42, Colin Zachary. Speedway on the attack. It's like a man-to-man by the Chargers. Little miscommunication, thought the slip screen was going to work, and it didn't. The 3rd three-pointer of the half for the Chargers falls. And that was Arnold. His 9th point of the game. And we're going to have another foul.
Charger foul, 23, Colton Arnold.
Colton Arnold, his 3rd foul. So Arnold and Ireland for Northmont, both with 3 fouls. Kaiser and Craig for the Sparkplugs with 3 fouls. And we're going to have another foul on the play. Charger foul on 22, Jack Warren, his 2nd. That is the 3rd of the half, excuse me, 3rd of the quarter for this Chargers. Nice little pass inside, but a miss. Rebound comes down to Zachary. Chargers resetting their offense. And a steal, almost a steal, and it was. Metallic on the steal, but a short miss. Harwood brought down, and we're going to have a foul. And that was on Drew Metallic, and I think Drew was maybe a little frustrated on the miss at the other end. But that's Drew's second, team's first for the quarter. And the the Speedway foul trouble really is kind of playing into the hands of the Chargers because they don't want to be in a big hurry here. They're up by 8 points. And again, they're only averaging 41 a game, so. Harwood on a miss, brought down, rebound Kaiser on the attack, and we're going to get a charge on Kendrick Kaiser, and that's going to be Kendrick's fourth foul. Kendrick's got to be a little bit aware. He knows how important it is to be on the floor and got to be just a little bit more careful in that situation. Vincent Jean into the game. .5:30 remaining third quarter. Chargers up by 8. Chargers being very patient. Really in no hurry. Turnover. As I mentioned earlier, Chargers lost a kind of a lopsided game last night, 71-38, and I got here early today, and they were going through a full-scale workout about an hour before this game, or 45 minutes before the game, and they went after it for about a half hour, determined not to let what happened last night happen today, and so far they haven't. Bennett. His second three of the game, a big one for the Plugs. That's the first points of the third quarter. Harwood on a bank shot, no good. Pass underneath intended for Matt Craig goes out of bounds. Turnover, Sparkplugs.
Checking in for the Chargers, number 23, Colton.
Into the game for the Chargers, Colton Arnold. Replacing Cale Mitchell. That would have been a big bucket for the Chargers, who find themselves would have been a big bucket for the Sparkplugs, who still find themselves 5 down. Harwood, no good. Rebound comes off to Bennett. And good shot by Drew Metallic. Drew's first points of the third quarter, 13th for the game. And pulls the Plugs within 3, 32-29 with about 3 minutes to go. Timeout, North Montgomery. Cam Bennett tonight coming to life from the three-point line. He's got 2 of them. Be interesting to see what the Chargers adjust here as they come back out on the floor, still with a 3-point lead. The last possession defensively, they were back in their chaser defense. But at the same time, Drew Metallic got the basket off, so wasn't effective on that possession. Possession arrow right now is pointing to Speedway. Charger will be inbounded by Jack Warren. Speedway back to their 3-2 with Drew Metallic on the point. Easy pass inside, way too easy. Kelby Harwood gets the bucket. It's his 12th point of the night. That one was too quick. Another basket by Drew Metallic, even though he was getting chased. (34-31) Chargers. Cross-court pass to number 3. Cameron Enlow, his second 3 of the game. Enlow, first game scored 16 points of the season. A.J. Lund on a bomb, but a rebound by Vincent Jean. And a Sparkplug timeout. Vincent Jean's contributions tonight really important. He's got 5 points. Again, with only 2 fouls, he's probably going to see a lot of playing time here in the last 2 minutes of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Looking at the upcoming schedules, North Montgomery next Friday night will be entertaining Seeger, and then on Saturday night at Covington. On North Montgomery's schedule this year, we don't see any 4As. We have Speedways on their schedules as a 3A, obviously Crawfordsville, Danville, Lebanon, West Lafayette, Frankfort, and Tri-West, all 3A schools. So a nice schedule for the 2A North Mont Chargers. And we'll talk to Coach Bennett a little bit after the game about the Monrovia game next Friday night. Plugs in a little token, man-to-man. And we're going to have an offensive foul on number 23, Colton Arnold. And that's going to be Colton's 4th foul of the night and the 4th foul of the quarter. Plugs will be going to the line on the next Charger foul. Again, we're going to have some other offense because they're really doing a good job on Drew Metallic.
Charger foul, number 3, Cameron Enlow.
That Charger foul was on number 3. Enlow, I believe that was his second of the night. Last minute 32, Plugs will be on the line. Vincent Jean gets an opportunity here to tack on his 5 points. First one, no good. Second one's good. Looks like Cam Bennett's getting the task of guarding Kelby Harwood. Ball goes out of bounds, and I don't think for sure the officials, and they finally award the ball to the Sparkplugs. We got 1:03 remaining in the quarter. Speedway with a chance here to get within a point or tie this game up. And another three. Cam Bennett on fire. His third three of the night. And we got an offensive foul on Kelby Harwood. That's Harwood's second foul of the evening. And we got a tie game with about 35 seconds to go till the end of the quarter. We got a spirited play between Metallic and Mitchell. 12 seconds remaining. Harwood on the drive. He's going to get tapped from behind by Vincent Jean. And there again, that's Vincent's third foul on the night. He's got to be a little bit more careful. And that's the Sparkplugs' third foul of the quarter. Got 8 seconds to go into the game tonight. This afternoon again. For the first time, Logan Moore, a 6'3" sophomore, number 20. Once again, 8 seconds. We got a lob inside, stolen by Bennett. Players down all over the floor. Bennett's going to pull up for a three. No good. And it's the end of the third quarter, and we're deadlocked 37-37, Northmont and Speedway. That was a good quarter for the Sparkplugs. They were down 5 at halftime. Rallied to get within, well, not get within, rallied to tie the score at 37. Cam Bennett with 2 big three-pointers in that quarter. Going to be kind of important here for the officials to, I don't say get control of the game, but we've had a lot of chirping, a little chippiness going around, and Charger fans don't like the fact that they think Drew Metallic's pushing off a little bit. You got to be a little bit careful. And that foul was on number 13, Mitchell, his second. Jump shot, Metallic, good. And for the first time in a long time, Speedway takes the lead, 39-37. Chargers now going to be playing from behind, first time in a long time. No surprise that the ball's going to go into Harwood, but he was fouled.
Sparkplug foul, number 3,
Drew Metallic, and that was Drew's third. First foul of the quarter. Colton Arnold back into the game with 4 fouls. Three-point attempt, no good. Offensive rebound. Nice job of shutting off the lane. Once again, this is a team that's not interested in scoring a ton of points. Being very patient on offense. And if you're the Chargers, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Drew Metallic, trying to build on a 2-point lead. And they are still in their chaser. Metallic. Amazing that he even was able to get that shot off. But he was fouled on the shot. And that foul on 23. And I believe that's 5 fouls on coach's son, Colton Arnold. Arnold fouls out of the game with 9 points. Kendrick Kaiser back into the game. Kendrick with 4 points. And he's replacing Matt Craig, who's going to get a break. Once again, our people with foul trouble are going to have to understand how to play here. Drew Metallic on the miss, first one. Three for 5 for the night from the line. And now 4 for 6. Sparkplugs up 40-37. Almost a steal. A.J. Lund got a hand on it. Bennett's going to be given the chore of guarding Kelby Harwood. And he is a good offensive player, so, oh, nice back cut. Nice spin move, Harwood. No good, though. And I think we're going to get a jump ball. Yep, jump ball, but arrow points to the Chargers. Basket no good by Ireland. Kendra Bennett no good, but a rebound to Gene. A.J. Lund in and out. Good, both good shots though. And we believe we're going to get Harwood on a travel. And Speedway going to call a timeout. We talked a little bit about the North Montgomery schedule coming up. Sparkplugs will be next Friday night home, and it's a boy-girl doubleheader with Monrovia. And the last game before Christmas will be against a Greenwood team, December 20th. It's a Friday. I believe Greenwood's 3-0 at this point, so There'll be a challenge. Sparkplugs starting off the year with 4 of the first 5 at home. And then we have a January 3rd game at home with Ritter and 14th with a county tournament Decatur. Then the Plugs will be on the road for 8 consecutive games from January the 14th through February the 18th. Looks like an NBA road trip there. Plugs on the season averaging 53, giving up 65. So this score is kind of where we expected as the day began. And North Montgomery right now back into just a standard man-to-man. Switching on everything, but to no avail. Drew Metallic on a good drive, and the Plugs go up 5. 5 minutes remaining. We know Harwood is where they want the ball to go, and it just did. And no good. Drew Metallic on the board. Chance to build on a 5-point lead. 4.5 to go. Plugs in a set. Up and under by Metallic is no good. Harwood on the rebound, going coast to coast. Floater is good. And Chargers call timeout.
Timeout, Chargers, 30-second timeout.
Kind of looking over the scouting report as was given to me by the Speedway coaches, and boy, it is spot on. They were describing Kelby Harwood. Good score, great energy, likes to drive, likes the ball fake, all true things. Pretty well nailed it on that scouting report. 42-39, 4:17 remaining. Coach Bennett talked before the game about this is a game where both teams are going to have to gut it out because they both played 17 hours ago. We're going to have a travel, which was a good call. He thought this game might come down to the fact that both teams came off of losses last night and had a quick turnaround, less than a day. So it's going to be a gut performance from here on out. Chargers setting up a play. Cameron Enlaw on the miss once again. Metallic on the board and a miss. Had a couple opportunities, nice pass, but deflected. This game is here for the getting for both teams. I think the Charger perhaps thought that was going to be over and back, but of course on an out-of-bounds play, you can throw it all the way to the other end if you'd like. Butler used to do that many years ago under Joe Sexton. Plugs do a nice job of, once Harwood gets the ball, of clogging that middle up. He's a very good scorer inside. 3 minutes remaining. Neither team is close to the bonus. Northmont 2 fouls, Speedway 1. And a jumper by Harwood is good. His 4th point of the quarter, 42-41. Metallic. Big basket inside. And both teams right now are in man-to-man defense. Nice back cut. Nice basket. Harwood's 6th point of the quarter, 18th for the night. 44-43, Speedway, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Possession arrow is Speedway. And again, nobody not close to the foul bonus yet. Jump shot, and good. Drew Metallic kind of adjusted midair. Drew's 9th point in the quarter, 24 for the night. And it's become an offensive duel between Harwood and Metallic in the last quarter so far. And that ended right there. Enlaw hits a 3. And I was keeping score. I didn't see what the turnover was, but it was one. And we got a tie game with 1:20 to go, 46 all. I believe that was a inbound error where he stepped over the line. That's what it looked like. So Chargers with a chance to take the lead. And we're going to be on Enlow. Enlow's second leading scorer actually for the Chargers. He's got 11 on the night. A.J. Lund, a lot of pressure. But again, the foul trouble is not an issue, right? Well, the team foul trouble is not. Foul was on Bennett. That's his second. That's only the team's second. Individually, we have some foul issues, but team-wise, both teams are still 3 fouls away from the bonus. No surprise that this ball goes to Harwood. We're going to need some. And we got a steal. Vincent Jean on the steal. 35 seconds remaining. We got a score that's tied, 46 all. Kaiser on the wing to Bennett. Back to Metallic. Jumper from the wing. No good. Rebound. In 3-point, in and out. 15 seconds. It looks like the Chargers are going to get a timeout. With 11.1 to go. Speedway got some good looks. Vincent Jean had a big rebound. And this game's got a possibility of an OT. I know everybody here is excited about that. We have some other responsibilities tonight, but hey, we're going to be here till this one's over. Now, if I'm in the huddle right now, I would imagine Sparkplugs will be in man-to-man. I would imagine that Camden Bennett will be guarding Kelby Harwood. This is just my guess. And my guess is that the North Montgomery Chargers will want the ball in the hands of either Cameron Enlow or Kelby Harwood, if possible. We also know that many times plays that are set up at end of games, it's not the play that ends up being the deciding factor. It's a rebound, basket, or something unusual that happens. Very seldom does the play actually go as planned. Bennett's going to be guarding, but again, there's foul. We're okay to foul, and we just did. It's all right. But that is Camden's third foul, and not very much time ran off the clock. We have 8.3 to go. Kaiser into the game now for Matt Craig. Got to make sure if there's a shot here that we get this rebound. Ball's inbounded to Enlow. Back to Harwood. Pull up jumper. No good, and we are going to overtime. Just adding the scores up. Right now, Drew Metallic is leading Speedway with 24 points. Cam Bennett with 11. Kendrick Kaiser 5 and Vincent Jean with 6. And for North Montgomery, Kelby Harwood leading the way with 18. Cameron Enlow 11. Jack Warren 4. Caden Ireland 2. Colton Arnold, who has fouled out of the game, with 9. And Colin Zachary with 2 for 46. First overtime game of the season. Both teams hungry for a win. Once again, foul trouble. Drew Metallic 3 for the Plugs. Kendrick Kaiser 4. Camden Bennett 3. Matt Craig 3. Vincent Jean 3. For the Chargers, Arnold already fouled out of the game. Ireland with 3. And that's about it. So jump ball will come to the Plugs. It's a 4-minute overtime. Bennett no good. Rebound comes off, I believe, to Lund. Shot was blocked. Drew Metallic will be inbounding. Coach Clampett on the sideline making the inbound play call. Vincent Jean, a big 3. Vincent Jean, 9 points on the night. His second 3 gives the Plugs a 49-46 lead. Vincent Jean got a great job tonight coming off the bench. Once again, man-to-man by the Sparkplugs. And we are going to have a Charger foul. Caden Ireland, Caden's 4th foul of the night. We got a small crowd today, but a very spirited crowd. I don't know right now what the discussion is. Checking with the scorekeeper. We got a 49-46 score. I believe that's correct. Fouls do not reset. Thank you. Ryan Pierce with that information. So both teams with 3 team fouls. Nice pass. How about this? Vincent Jean on a great assist. Great ball movement. Plugs by 5. Ball's inside. Here we go. Harwood. Good. Answers. 20th point. 2:20 remaining. 51-48 Plugs. And it looks like they're going to double. Got a turnover. Metallic was cutting, but the pass was deflected. And we're going to have a foul. Looks like Harwood's going to be going to the line. And that foul, I believe, is on Camden Bennett. Camden Bennett's 4th. The Plugs got a little decision to make here. Camden's been guarding Harwood, doing a great job on him. Harwood's first one, no good. They might have to adjust. I can see the wheels turning on the Speedway bench. Coaches trying to decide what to do, man to man. If somebody needs to switch, Harwood's second one is good. 2-point lead for the Plugs. 2 minutes to go. No call on the play. At this point, Enlow, no good. A rebound. And they were exactly right in what they're trying to do there. They went right at Camden Bennett. And we got a basket and a foul. And I believe Kendrick Kaiser, and that's going to be 5 for Kendrick. Back in for Speedway, Matt Craig, who has also 3. So once again, Metallic with 3, Bennett 4, Craig 3, Vincent Jean 3. I don't think we want this game to go to 2 overtimes. Harwood will be at the line, try to complete the 3-point play, and he does. And that gives the Chargers, with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go, 52-51 lead. Plenty of time. Free throw jumper, Metallic, 2. Timeout, Speedway. 30-second timeout. Plugs back in front. Once again, you would have to figure that Chargers would like for this ball to go to either Enlow, number 3, or Harwood, number 21, if possible. We're going to see what Speedway does here defensively. I'm very interested. And it looks like we've got a switch defensively. We've got Drew Metallic now guarding Harwood. Drew's got 3 fouls, but he's also got about 3 inches on another offensive rebound. Straight up and a block, but we're going to get a foul. And that's Drew's 4th foul. And it's going to send Harwood to the line to shoot 2. Harwood on the night, 22 points. First one's up and good. It's going to tie it. 53 all. A lot of 5s and 3s on that scoreboard right now. 35.5 remaining and a miss. And here come the Plugs. Score tied. 30 seconds. A.J. Lund, no good. Rebound comes off to the Chargers. And for the second time, they're going to get a chance to win this game. And another timeout, 15.1 to go. So after both teams battling last night till 9:30 playing, coming back, and they're at the end of the first overtime, and we're still tied up, 53 all. And these are the interesting moments I always think in the huddles. What's going on, what's being said, what's being planned. Whatever message is being sent by Coach Bennett, I believe one big additional message has got to be, if they get a shot off, make it their only shot. I know many years ago when Ray McCallum was coaching at Ball State, defensively they always had one saying. It was one bad shot every possession, meaning you only want to give them one, and you don't want to give them anything good. So we'll see if Plugs can follow through with that. Ball's being on the baseline, taken out by number 22, Warren. Once again, 15.1 to go. And it's brought in to guess who, Harwood. And he's going to get the chance to win the game. The jumper, no good. And whoa. Time is out. I don't believe that's going to matter. We're going to go to a double overtime. I'm running out of room on my scorebook, fellas. $53-53. And as was brought up before, the free throw situation from a team standpoint just continues. So as of right now, North Montgomery will be shooting the bonus. The Plugs have 5 fouls, but North Montgomery only has 3, so they got another foul to go to give, so to speak. But right now, the story has got to be the foul situation. For the Sparkplugs, Kendrick Kaiser has already fouled out. Drew Metallic has 4. Camden Bennett has 4. Matt Craig has 3, and Vincent Jean has 3. For the Chargers, Colton Arnold has fouled out. Caden Ireland has 4. Other than that, no one has more than 2. And the tip's controlled by Speedway. And we're going to have a charging foul, and I believe that's going to be number 5 on Camden Bennett.
Speedway foul, number 25, Camden Bennett.
Camden finishes with 11 points tonight. Played really hard, as he always does.
Checking in from
And into the game, 5'9" junior, number 24, Colton Thompson, his first action of the night. And again, right now, I'd have to give the advantage. I don't want to, but I have to give the advantage to North Montgomery simply because of the foul situation. And kind of as I figured right now, Matt Craig is going to be guarding Harwood. And Matt's going to play him hard, I can tell you that. Pass was stolen by Drew Metallic, but was called to be on the line. So the ball will be back to North Montgomery. 3:07 remaining. And I'll repeat here, Matt Craig now gets the job of guarding Kelby Harwood. And I think that's going to be a bad pass out of bounds. Possession to Speedway. Possession arrow is pointing toward Northmont if that situation arises. So Speedway now with a chance with 2:40 to take the lead. Jumper by Metallic, no good. Rebound comes off to Harwood. He's on a drive, passes back. We might get a jump ball there. Yes, we are. And possession's going to be North Montgomery. Quick pass comes in to number 3, Enlow. Three-point attempt, no good. Good offensive rebound. Plugs right now giving Northmont a lot of second chances. Enlow on the post up. Nice pass to the corner. Minute 20 to go, 20-25. Right now the Chargers are in no hurry. And again, I'm guessing that it's Enlow or Harwood. Two leading scorers. I think we're going to foul there. Now that's A.J. Lund, but that's A.J.'s first. But more importantly, Chargers are in a double bonus situation. And guess who's shooting the free throws? Kelby Harwood. First one is good, and that gives the Chargers a 54-53 lead. We're under a minute. And the second one is good. It's 25 points on the night for Colton Harwood. Excuse me, Kelby Harwood. Metallic. Jumper in the lane is good. He answers. That's Drew Metallic's 28th point of the night. in the afternoon. 40 seconds ago, we're tied again at 55. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers took the last shot again. We'll find out. Coaches is telling him to no hurry. So for the third time, it appears with 15 seconds to go that the Chargers are going to get a chance to take the last shot. We got Matt Craig guarding Harwood. And we got a timeout. 5 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Chargers, full timeout.
I could do that. Once again, a lot of fives on the scoreboard. 5 seconds to go. Sparkplugs 55. North Montgomery 55. And again, Kelby Harwood on the night. 25 points. Drew Metallic for the Plugs. If my scoring is correct, I believe 28 points. Both of those numbers are half of the team's total. We'll see what happens here. 5 seconds to go. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds play. Again, I hate to keep repeating, but let's not give him a second shot. Not a lot of time, but I've seen second shots with less time than this. We're going to get a lob in to Harwood. Matt Craig on him. We get a slip. It's going to go no good. And we got 3 overtimes. 55-55. In that overtime, Harwood scored all the points for North Montgomery. And in the prior overtime, Cameron Enlow had a 3, and those are the only other points. So, and for the Plugs, Vincent Jean, who has 11 points, scored in the overtime, as well as Drew Metallic. And Drew was the only player for the Plugs that scored in the fourth quarter. Well, once again, Drew Metallic, 4 fouls. Craig 3, Vincent Jean 3. And Vincent Jean controls the tap. Quick pass to the corner. A.J. Lunn, no good. A.J.'s had some good looks tonight, but hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Maybe they're waiting for the big one. Charger foul on number 13, Cale Mitchell, his 3rd. So the Plugs will be shooting in the next foul. Metallic, 3, got it. Cruz 31 for the night. Once again, we've got Matt Craig guarding. And we're going to get a foul on his shot. And that is Matt Craig's 4th foul. Coach Bennett pacing the sideline. wondering where to go. It's kind of hard to put a guy with 4 fouls on Harwood. Harwood misses. Hits the second one. Harwood's been to the line 14 times tonight. 58-56. Chargers on attack. Nice pass. Nice pass by Harwood. Cale Mitchell got that basket. Tied up, 58 all. And a drive by Metallic, but he's fouled.
Charger foul, number 21, Kelvin Harwood. On the line for the Sparkplugs, Drew Metallic.
Metallic hits the first one. I believe that's his 32nd point of the night, if my scoring is correct. Hits the second one, puts the Plugs up by 2 again, 60-58. Matt Craig is still guarding Kelby Harwood. Oh, number 3, Enlow, gives the Chargers a 1-point lead, 61-60. Once again, we are in our 3rd overtime here at Pollard Gymnasium. And a basket by Drew Metallic. Timeout, Speedway. And again, I think that's 35 for Drew Metallic, if my numbers are correct. We got 2:11 remaining. Both teams are in the double bonus, and the possession arrow points to North Montgomery. So for North Montgomery, again find themselves down by 1 with 2 minutes remaining. Coach Arnold calling out a play. Bounce pass inside, but I think it went off of Speedway. 1:19 remaining, 62-61 Plugs. Lob inside. Harwood on the basket. I believe that is his 28th point of the night. Northmont up by 1, 63-62. Talik on a fadeaway. He got it. .37 for Drew Metallic, I believe. 1 point game. Underneath the number 31. Caden Ireland. And that was Caden Ireland's 4th point of the night, but 2 big ones. So at 28 seconds to go, Northmont finds themselves up 65-64. Again, these are all unofficial point totals. But I've got Drew Metallic for 37. Got Kelby Harwood 28. Again, those are unofficial. Well, somebody's going to win a really good one today, and somebody's going to lose a tough one. But this has been a good, well-played game. Both teams played hard. Got a couple of really good offensive performances, but a lot of people contributing all over. And it looks like Northmont's picking up full court. Again, both teams are going to be shooting 2 shots on fouls. Ball comes into guess who? Drew Metallic. 20 seconds remaining. Metallic on a jumper, no good. Rebound comes off to Northmont. We're going to have to foul, and it's going to be Drew Metallic. But he had to. We had no choice. 12 seconds remaining, 12.1. That's Drew Metallic's 5th foul. Fouls out with 37.
Checking in for the Sparkplugs, number 55, Keller Sauce. Timeout, Speedway.
Checking in, Keller Sox, I believe, number 55. We don't have him on the program, but we're going to put him on. We got 12.1 remaining. North Montgomery going to the line with a 1 point lead, 65-64, shooting 2 shots. So the game is not over. But no matter what happens, Speedway has get control of the boards here if it's on a miss. So Kendrick Kaiser's fouled out. Drew Metallic's fouled out. Camden Bennett's fouled out. Matt Craig with 4. Once again, I'll just keep saying this. On a miss, Plugs with some people on the floor that not used to playing have got to get this rebound. And my take, if we could, would be A.J. Lund getting a shot. And Lowe's Free throw is good. Trying to extend it to 4 now, or to 3. Sorry, 3-point lead. Players are going to need to have a 3. Going on the sideline. Lund on a miss. Rebound comes off to Kelby Harwood with 4.6 remaining. And a 3-point Northmont lead.
Speedway foul number 22,
Vincent Jean on the foul. That's Vincent's 4th foul.
On the line for the
And Kelby Harwood here already with 28 can ice this thing with at least 1. And he did. So it looks like the Chargers are going to come out of here with a win. Out of bounds goes to Northmont. Yeah, 1.6 remaining. And that's going to be it. Final score, 69, North Montgomery 64, Speedway in triple overtime. I think what we're going to do here, since this game went triple overtime, I think we're going to do a quick wrap up here and bypass the standard interview with Coach Bennett after the game. If these numbers are correct, Drew Metallic with 37, Kendrick Kaiser 5, Camden Bennett 11, Vincent Jean with 11 for a total of 64. For Northmont, Cameron Enlow 19, Jack Warren 4, Caden Ireland 4, Harwood 30, Colton Arnold 9, Cale Mitchell 2, and Colin Zachary 2 points as well. So that's final from Speedway High School. Once again, 69-64, North Montgomery victorious. We will be back Friday evening with a doubleheader. Girls game at 6 o'clock with Monrovia. Boys game at following with a lot going on. Unified game. We've got cheerleading clinic. We got a little guys playing basketball at halftime. So we'll talk more about that game before the game on Friday. So once again, from Pollard Gymnasium, North Montgomery 69, Speedway 64. Good evening, everyone.